Hello, fellow alchemists. Welcome back to our mini-series on how to deploy Elixir apps. Mainly, we're going to be focusing on Phoenix. And today, I'm going to show you how to deploy your app on Heroku. So what I went ahead and did is I created an app on Heroku. And you can see over here that there's nothing there right now. And I'm using the same app as last time. I've updated the instructions. And there's a couple of things that are different. One is that we don't need edeliver, we just need distillery. Another is that we're going to get the port from the runtime. So this tuple of system atom with this port is going to grab that from the environment variables when you run it, because Heroku is going to tell us which port to listen on. I changed the scheme because we're going to be running off of Heroku, and this is the domain name. And running for 443, and I'm also forcing there to be SSL using this because they're going to handle all the SSL. We just need to make sure that the requests coming in are listening through SSL, and also the secret key base. So for this one, I'm also going to grab from the environment secret key base. And one more thing is that we need this proc file. So when we compile our app, it's going to be at /app, and when we compile it, we're going to have this /build folder, prod rel. This is the name of our app, and this is what's going to get compiled to, and we're going to run this distillery app with foreground, so that all the logs come to Heroku. Okay, and so the first thing we need to do is that we need to open up our app settings in Heroku. And we would go to settings and config vars. And the first thing is that we're going to need the secret key base. So if I go to here, copy this, put this as the key, and the value, I'm just going to steal that from my secrets folder, secrets file, sorry. Copy that, paste that in there, add this. Okay, so now this is set up. The next thing is build packs. We actually need 3 build packs. I'm going to add them one by one, and we're going to add them also in order so that they get run successfully in order. And so our first build pack that we're going to need, if we go to our README file, is the elixir build pack. So this is going to set up the proper erlang and elixir versions that we need. And by the way, I also covered those over here. There's an elixir build pack config file, and I'm saying I'm going to use 181. And as of this time, the latest Erlang version is 21.3.3, so I'm going to use that one as the one to run it with. The next one that we're going to need to do is build pack phoenix static. What this one is going to do is going to help us to compile our assets, our JavaScript, our CSS, our pictures, everything for us. So we're going to need that. And the final build pack we need is going to be the distillery build pack from elixir. And that's going to compile our app using distillery and run it. And so we're able to run it using distillery. And that's all we need. Okay, that's everything that we need. And now we can actually just run our app just by pushing up. So now we commit our code. Now because I'm using a different branch, I'm actually going to push a little bit differently, but you can feel free to push from your master branch when you do it for your own app. So because I'm pushing my app, so the name of my remote is always Heroku. That's what Heroku sets up for you locally. Push Heroku. Sorry, actually, let me show you how I actually did that. So I already installed the Heroku CLI. And if you see over here, there's a Phoenix deploy. And so there's a command that I ran where you say, set me up the git remotes and for the app Phoenix deploy, which is the name of our app. And this is going to add the git remote Heroku. I'm going to push it to the right place. So now we just do git push Heroku, the name of our remote, and the name of our branch. This is my local branch. And I'm going to push it to the remote's master branch because you can only build from master branch on there. And from there, everything should just work for us. Perfect. So it looks like everything is working fine. Let's just wait for it to finish. Okay, so now if we go back to our application, there we go. You see, our app is running just fine. So this is how to deploy your Phoenix app onto Heroku. Again, I'm Alan from Plangora. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks.